The biggest misconception in the OnlyFans industry is that you need to be super famous to make millions on the platform. And the reality is that this couldn't be further from the truth. If you're an OnlyFans creator watching this video, you've probably already seen Sophie Rain, Camila Araujo, Jelly Beans, or even Bonnie Blue and think, to make it big on the platform, you have to do what they're doing. And in this video, I'm going to unpack how that is far from reality and how you become a top 0.1% creator on OnlyFans. Before we start, I'm Luca, CEO of Uncovered. We're brand growth specialists that helps creators scale to the top 0.1%, build real fan bases, and build a brand that is long-term and long-lasting on the platform. If you're a creator who knows you have potential but haven't quite broken through yet, then this channel is for you. No fluff, no false promises, just real strategies which you can implement and actually see growth in your OnlyFans. So back to what you actually need to become a top 0.1% creator. The funny thing is that the top 0.1 or even 0.01% creators aren't as famous as you think. Of course, there's the famous ones that are famous outside of OnlyFans even, but the reality is that the best creators on OnlyFans you might actually not have heard of and are big, but big in their niche and in their brand. So why is that the case? Well, it boils down to one thing, which is branding. When you think of Jelly Beans, you think of, oh, that's the girl that jumps on cars and breaks windshields. When you think of Bonnie Blue, you think of, oh, that's the girl that slept with 1,000 men. And these are two great examples of branding where instantly when I say what their brand is, you know exactly who it is. But the reality is that there is a lot more unique and a lot more small individual brands that aren't as out there and aren't as crazy as those two examples that actually do perform extremely well on OnlyFans. And the beauty of these brands is that they are way more applicable and replicatable than, for example, the biggest creators that everyone knows and everyone sees, and it's a lot more difficult to kind of follow their branding or copy what they're doing. So how does this apply to you and your content? Well, as an OnlyFans creator, you have the freedom to show the world exactly what you want, what you're comfortable with, and what you actually enjoy posting. And a lot of creators that I see in the space actually go down the route of either over-sexualizing themselves or posting lingerie or bikini all on their Instagram, for example. And the reality is that you don't actually have to do that. And you only really have to show what you're comfortable with. And really, most importantly, what you enjoy filming. And when it comes to branding and when it comes to what you want your online persona to be, the best thing you can do is to post what you're comfortable doing and also what you enjoy doing. Because if you post what you enjoy doing and you enjoy filming, the chances are is that the viewers are actually going to be able to see that. And they're actually going to be able to see how you are as a creator and how you are and your personality is. And that is the thing that really sets you apart from other creators that are, let's say, just posting stuff that doesn't have much personality or is a bit too kind of over-sexualized. And you might be thinking, okay, so Luca, what brand should I go down or what route should I go down? Well, it kind of really boils down to one thing that performs the best. And that one thing is genuinely being authentic and being real. Why? Is because the majority of subscribers that actually subscribe to smaller OnlyFans creators or creators that aren't necessarily household names or celebrities, they're doing so because they want to know you and they want to get closer to you because they might feel they have a connection with you or they might see your personality and resonate with that personality. That is your biggest strength as a creator, is your own personality. And the best creators that I see with their content and their performance is really the ones that are able to bring that out there with their content and show their authenticity, their sweetness, their likability. And these small kind of traits, which again, the audience, which is obviously the people who are going to subscribe, these are the things that these guys want to see. And actually, the biggest advantage that you have as a creator, that maybe you're not the biggest of creators, is that you are more in touch with reality with most of the men that are actually going to subscribe. And that is your biggest strength. And the best creators that have gone on to make $800,000, $1 million a month, which aren't necessarily massive household names, are the ones that are able to stay with that authenticity and be that relatable to their direct audience. Because the hardest thing is that as you become a big name and all these little things, is that in these subscribers' mind, you shut off a lot of fans, which instantly know, well, that's Sophie Rain, I'm clearly not talking to Sophie Rain, or that's another creator, I'm clearly not talking to her, she's already famous, etc., etc. And you being real and authentic and really showing to the audience on your Instagram and your brand that you are real, you are authentic, you have a lovely personality, that resonates so much more with these subscribers. And the chances are that you're going to have more spenders, more spend per fan, and overall more subscribers convert from, let's say, if you got 1 million views on an Instagram video, is way, way higher because of that personality. One of the biggest things I could say is that there are certain creators where when you look on their profile, you can instantly tell what personality they have. And having that as a thing that sets you apart is massive, because again, you have to think back to who's actually going to subscribe to an OnlyFans. A lot of these guys are scrolling on Reels pretty much all day, every day. And in order to stand out and in order to give them a reason to actually subscribe and then spend on your account, it boils down to you actually setting yourself apart and not following what every other creator is actually doing. Now, when it comes to your brand and choosing what content you do, the easiest way to kind of go about this is ask yourself, what do you actually enjoy doing? You might be great at painting. You might be great at cooking. You might maybe enjoy making clay. You might enjoy going out for walks. You might enjoy walking your dog. The possibilities are genuinely endless. And the beauty of branding and the beauty of being authentic is that once you know what you enjoy doing, is that you're actually able to showcase that in a way that can be viral and in a way that can get views and actually do more of what you enjoy doing. And the beauty of that is that you're not copying what other creators are doing, number one. Number two, you're doing what you enjoy doing. And number three, it actually does way better because you're more authentic, you're more real. A viewer can tell if you're doing this for the sake of it, if you're acting, or if you genuinely are passionate and genuinely enjoy doing, for example, painting. And it also might be your body, maybe your face, or maybe something physically about you, which again sets you apart from other creators. And having something like that, again, also sets you apart and allows you to go down utilizing it and using it as an angle in your marketing and in your actual content to, again, set yourself apart from all the other creators in the platform. The reality is now 2025, going into 2026 in 6 months, is that marketing is a lot harder now. It was a lot easier last year. It was a lot easier in 2023 and even 2022. It was even easier in 2021. And as the years go by, the competition gets bigger. There's actually a statistic where there's about 2,400 new creators that sign up to OnlyFans on a daily basis. So the competition is always getting bigger, and your focus as a creator is not to get affected by that competition and see your account dip and dip and dip, but rather be one of one and set yourself apart and not kind of follow the crowd, and showcase that with your content and with your branding and your authenticity. And then at the end of the day, because you are then one of one and can't really be replicated, it doesn't matter about the competition, and it doesn't matter if there is other creators joining your niche or your field, because you have actually set yourself apart from the crowd. And there is a reason why subscribers will subscribe to you over other creators, because of that brand and that authenticity. And then again, just touching on that is, how do you want to be seen? How do you want your content to look? How do you want your content to look to the world? And what content do you want to put out there? Really think about these things that you're either comfortable with and also just enjoy doing, because at the end of the day, if you enjoy those things, you are going to do so much more of those things. And the simple formula is high quality and consistency. If you're able to do consistent content at high quality, you will go on to make $100,000, $200,000 a month on OnlyFans. And it really boils down to those two simple things. And at Uncovered specifically, we really take on clients that we see a long-term vision and a potential in your brand. And how our kind of process works is, within our onboarding call, essentially, we just really kind of get to know you and really get to know what things you enjoy doing, what routes we can go down with your content. And because we've done it multiple times before, we've taken multiple creators to 0.1%, even 0.03%. For us, it's kind of like clockwork at this point, where we know specific angles and specific routes in your content We know that because we've done it over and over again and I've got multiple hundreds of millions of views on those angles. It's simply a case of us repeating that process on a new client, or for you if you're watching this and are interested more about how we approach this and how we get success for our clients following this framework. And that's the thing. When it comes to becoming a 0.1% creator and setting yourself apart, the beauty is that you can see what other creators are doing on Instagram. You can see how they're marketing. You can see the route that their content is going down. And the more you understand that, the more you see that, the more you're able to learn, okay, what route can I go down? And you're able to spot mistakes and things that maybe other creators shouldn't do. And also things that you can take on and things that you can, let's say, steal and do better. And the more you're aware of what your competition is, how you set yourself apart, how you do it better, the better you will perform. The beauty of this business is that all competition and all competitors, all their marketing is online for you to see for yourself and apply yourself. And if you take that route, refer it back to your branding, refer it back to what you enjoy doing, refer it back to being authentic, and actually go off and apply that, the chances are that you are going to have success, you are going to get more views on your reels, and you are going to grow more subscribers on the platform. And it's really that simple in terms of having success on OnlyFans, is that if you can nail your branding and your content and you have a decent chat team on your OnlyFans account, you will grow to 0.1% or even 0.01%, depending on how viral you go. And I hope that kind of clears it up when it comes to what it actually takes to become a top 0.1% creator. Because the problem with this industry and the problem with many agencies and even content out there is that there's so many misconceptions, and a lot of people either don't actually know what they're doing or don't even know what they're saying. And it's very easy to believe something that isn't either real or isn't actually true to what it actually takes to be successful. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to ask me any questions about branding or about content examples or anything specific to do with that, you can literally just drop me a message on my Instagram. I will put it below in this video. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll catch you in the next video.